So, with every great disaster, a new opportunity, a new era, everything shifts. The landscape is remade. And I think we've officially entered that new landscape. And while everybody's still wound up with the iconic Masters, then the double tap of Masters 25, and the downshifting of the prices of the sealed product and the single product, there's a couple very interesting things that we really all need to kind of step back from the dumpster fire, and we need to look at what's really, really the bigger aspect moving forward, because I really firmly believe a couple things have happened. I believe Modern and Legacy, and I don't want to use the term standard, but I think overall Modern and Legacy specifically have hit the capitulation point. They have hit that bottoming process. I think we are entering kind of a reset period. And moving forward, the Modern and Legacy cards, which I've said have been in a flippin' bear market 2 years, 1 year, 18 months. I mean, it's been a long time. We finally have exited. I really do believe we have exited the bear market for Modern and Legacy cards. And the proof of that really came out of nowhere. And it's just like Wall Street. By the time you realize it's happened, everything across the board has already shifted 10 to 20% upwards. And this is very, very clear because in the last couple months, even during the release of Masters 25 and right before all the spoilers were even done, we started seeing some weird activity from larger companies. One of the things I've got a lot of messages on recently is, hey, Rudy, did you notice that Moon City and some of the snowballs on the channels have been raising buy list prices, and they upped all the dual land prices of revised cards and all the shock lands, cons, allied, enemy fetch lands? Have anybody noticed that not only the buy prices have moved, the buy list pricing has moved up 10, 20, even 30, 40% on some cards, but even the selling, look at eBay. Look at some of these cards and you're going, wait a minute, where did this come from? And while we are all digging through the ashes of this dumpster fire, I'm walking through it right now. While we're all worried about what's happening in the short aspect, in the very short term of the next few weeks and months, and how master sets have been leveling out, there's a very permanent thing that have changed. This was so good. In my opinion, it helped to create that momentum of a bear market for Modern Legacy cards that are not reserved list, because everybody expected this to continue. Nobody expected to go down the cliff into dumpster fire territory, and for Wizards to say, this is just going too well for us. We don't want to keep doing things that keep doing well. We want to go to things that are themed, like things that like the next few sets are going to be themed around making people pissed. We like that kind of shit. Fuck you. Okay, so anyways, this is gone, and because of this, it has spawned and fueled the next wave of you can follow the money. That's all it is. Follow the money, people. Look at everything. Look where the prices are moving. Look what's happening. You have constantly undercutting, downshifting products. You have the original Four Horsemen now skyrocketing. Are you kidding me? I never thought I'd see the day where any master set would beat out the original master set. And now, it turns out the fourth one is probably going to end up being the most expensive master set ever until Wizards reprints it or does something, because of the fact that nobody saw it coming. There was no major second wave. There was no major reprint or restock. The market loved it. I don't know anybody when Modern Masters 2017 came out that actually said, Rudy, I don't like Modern Masters 2017. That's a shit set, man. I'd rather eat a half a gordita and one chalupa and slap it in my pants. There's nothing going on. Everybody liked it. Nobody was upset. And then Eternal Masters was the same similar thing, but we had weird supply logistics and a lot of little chessboard games and trying to play on the market, which pissed people off. But the set itself is still good. It always was, which is why that one I bought heavily into. That one, I dumped all the patrons, and I thought I was going to get more, and I didn't. I've got 4. This one, everybody hated it because it wasn't like the original. So what happened, I went heavy on this one and this one. Now, all we're left with is this theme. And you know what the theme is? Fucking garbage. That's the theme. The future theme is trash cards, trash quality, trash confidence, and trash in your wallets. and we don't give a flying flip about you. Now, because of that, if this is a new little range, as with everything in life, it's cyclical. The markets, Wall Street, debt markets, equity markets, derivative markets, commodity markets, magic markets, they all operate within a certain constraint. Right now, that moving average and the range we're in right now is heavily into the dog shit land. I mean, literally, I went out and checked the mail. I could smell the boxes. I smelt the empty boxes across the street. That's where we're entering. But remember, everything operates in cycles. Because we are now dropping on the low end of the cycle on master sets, have now converted to pure dog shit, that has also caused the teeter-totter effect, which is life. Everything is balanced, counterpoint, yin-yang. You have to have balance. Now that we've got garbage fire, we are seeing a huge uptick. And you're seeing collectors, stores, the big dogs, investors, regular people, all across the board are buying into their more modern staple, legacy staple cards, non-reserve lists, because of the fact they know they're not going to Pound Town anytime soon. It's almost like everybody got a green light for the next few years. So I don't think there's enough focus on this topic going on, because I'm saying, officially, number one, we've left the bear market for all of these casual, modern, these staple cards that people wanted, that even people like myself for the last year I've been saying, don't buy anything modern. It's all garbage. It's all going to drop. It's all terrible. Unload it now. If you want it back, buy it in the future cheaper. But the fact, just like everything in life, the variable we did not calculate, the variable that was missing in the equation, was that Wizards was going to take their cash money machine and literally just wreck themselves. You cannot factor in wrecking. Well, that's what happened. We can't predict when people do self-inflicting destructional things like this corporation is doing. So that is something that was never calculated into the formula, which is when these moments happen, you see very large knee-jerk reactions on valuations. And that is why we are seeing, I mean, come on, everybody. Original Modern Master boxes, $500. Modern Master 2015 boxes, I mean, is it $250 to $300? Modern Masters 2017. Is it even a year old? I don't even know if it's a year old. This was last April, right? I guess it is a year. Okay, 11 months old. 11 months. And the prices are $300 to $350 a box. Unbelievable. Eternal Masters. No matter what the terrible history of it is, it's still a good set. I've liked it from day one. I still don't think you should invest in it. I think there's a lot of better opportunities. But again, look what happened now. Eternal Master boxes, $230 a piece now. They're literally almost an MSRP. We're literally 4% from MSRP. Think about that, everyone. And this is all because Wizards makes mistakes. They don't think things through. They have their own little ideological bubble about how they think what we all want and what we want to play. And guess what? When they get it real bad and real wrong, the market and these large companies like the Channel Snowballs and the big kingdoms of the cards, they're not going to turn around and call Wizards corporate, and they don't go out for drinks and dinner and fool around. They literally just start moving assets and they buy in. You can tell what they're thinking just by what the behavior of the card prices in the market is. You can figure out the trend. We talked about, everybody, in the previous videos, trend is your friend till the end, around the bend, they smack you in the face. Then we already talked about that. And, I did not see this coming. And, it's very interesting to sum this up, that because Wizards made a lot more mistakes, it actually pulled Modern out of a bear market. And that is so intriguing to me. More than anything in these videos, that is just really, really blown me away, everybody. Like, I don't know if anyone else has really been as fixated as I am on this particular topic, but I am so fascinated with the fact that it's like, by Wizards just throwing shit everywhere and causing a dumpster fire, they took single cards in Modern out of the bear market and are actually making stabilization and moving card prices up by making mistakes. Because people know they're not going to do a good job on another one of these. It's the most interesting thing. I've been so fascinated on that topic in the last 48 hours, I wanted to devote a whole video to this particular breakdown because I think it's really cool. And I think a lot of other people have realized it. I think a lot of higher-ups and a lot of store owners, especially a lot of the big conglomerates around the country and world, have already realized this, and that's why we've seen the price adjustments. But you haven't seen anybody really kind of make a memo or a release or say much. You can see some threads and comments and message boards, but discussing it, but there's not really an official, hey, this is what's going on. things are crappy, Wizards doesn't know which way they're going, they're stuck in the drive-thru, this is where it's at, adjust everything. The water level's moving, all the ships are going to adjust. And I find it really cool that we are playing in a playground of Magic cards that are so intricate that a great failure of a company that doesn't know where they are can actually cause a bear market to end. Rudy with Alpha Investments, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you very much to all my patrons. You guys are the best. I love you to death. You guys have a fantastic day. May your taco always remain floppy, crispy, and tasty.